What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Home Theater / Man Cave 2.0. This episode is going to be all about the fireplace behind me, so let's get to it. Here is the current fireplace. Now, ideally, of course, I would not have a fireplace in a room that I'm going to have a home theater, but it is what it is. There is a fireplace here, and this is kind of currently the way they have it. So I definitely narrowed things down where I wanted a slate stone, and the lighting's a little odd here because I've got one of these super bright lights on it just to try to light it up a little bit better for this video. But here are kind of the three selections that I did. Now, this one was called, I think it was like Black Fire or something like that from Home Depot. This stuff was the normal slate from Menards. And this is what they individually sell at Lowe's. Which these two, I mean really all three look very similar. Maybe the Black Fire has a little bit darker tones. And again, this room is going to be black and some type of dark gray. So I thought these colors would look really good with the fireplace. So first decision point is which stone to go with. Now, one thing that I really like about this one is it seems like it's a little bit higher quality. These other two, you see glue joints a little bit more because they come in these type of panels. And I did read a lot on this Home Depot stuff that, hey, you can buy these individually, you can go to many different Lowe's, pick through everything they got and just grab the very best stuff. So if you do go through that trouble, you probably, could get all pieces that you really like. But the other drawback is it's very uneven on the back. So it gives it more of a challenge putting it up against the wall. Same thing with this stuff that you get from Menards. Now Menards, I think the stuff ends up being, it's about 30% cheaper. And then style-wise, I do kind of like how it's like a bigger piece, smaller piece, bigger piece, smaller piece. So it does have a little style there. Where this one, it's mostly bigger pieces, but on the end they do have like two smaller pieces put together. They do it on both sides. So there is a little bit of a mixture in there. Whereas these are all the same kind. But again, it did really draw me that it seems like these are a little higher quality as far as put together. You don't see really the glue marks. And even though it's not completely flat or anything, it seems to be a little flatter in the back compared to these other two options. So I am definitely thinking I'm going to go with this option. Now, some other decision making is what to do with the rest of this fireplace. So, option number one is I keep this mantle and this existing marble that's on there. And actually, I think the marble does go pretty well. But since the doors and the trims are going to be painted black, I would do the same thing here. So the mantle would be black, and that trim would also be black. And then you would have the stones all throughout the sides, all the way up. So that is option number one. Option number two is I remove all this mantle. keep the marble still and maybe just paint that trim down here around the marble black. And if I remove this, I would also remove the trim here where I would just make it all stone. So it'd be stone all the way up to the marble. And then you can kind of picture what that would look like. And then option 3 is you also remove the mantle, you remove the marble also. So just the entire thing would be that stone. So that's kind of option 3. So that's what I gotta decide, guys. Let's put it in the comments what you guys think. One other decision point is what to do with this electric cable. Now this cable, get rid of. I mean, you already got to put backer board on here because that stone is heavy. So definitely get rid of this. But this, I'm thinking about keeping. Ultimately, I think this is going to be the Lord of the Rings section. And this will be kind of on the tail end of the home theater room. But I got that huge Queen Studios Balrog. And I think that's going to be hung up there, which also requires a plug-in. Another thought I had was instead of having the plug-in here, maybe having them move it somewhere in a corner where it's not in place. But again, if you need a plug-in there, maybe it's best to keep it. Of course, I'll switch things out where it's black. And I guess a third option is you just remove the electric entirely. And I think I forgot to mention too, if I did go the route of getting rid of the mantle, I would probably buy one of those like really big pieces of wood that you see on stone fireplaces that look like a big piece of rustic wood. Something that's very dark, maybe even black, that would be hanging there. So yeah, that's the fireplace. That's all the decisions I gotta make and probably make fairly quickly. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Till next time. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching another video. I'm a huge fan of home theater and these movie replica props. I'm going to put out a couple of videos each week in those areas. And if you're a huge fan like I am, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.